Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight to the No Lag Zone. All the fun's going to get started here in a moment, and as most of you know by watching my channel, yes, I'm pre-recording this neat stuff in the alternate filming room. I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to bring your love, your laughter, your energy into what hopefully will be a really, really good show. Don't worry, we're going to get everything started here in about... I wanted to be better with that, but I'm not, so you know this channel. All right, I swear to God, guys, I promise you I'm going to get that new intro filmed. I really am. I look at that with my fingers shaking, and I'm like, but at least it's there.
Yeah.
But all right.
I like
So,
the
guys,
content.
exactly. It's Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. That means we are live here with the No Lag Zone. Tonight, I got a really, really special treat for you. We're going to, God damn it, whatever. Fuck, he's over there somewhere. I keep pointing the wrong way all the time. It's like a running thing on my channel. We're going to get to know Walt a little bit better, but we're going to go through the usual stuff before we start. Gabe, I see you out there. Rob Brennan, hey man. Joshua Ricks, King Ginger claiming first. McMahon and Bill Rivers. All right, we got the early guys out the way. Now, Jay Cruz, if you ever watch this, that's how you do an opening. Just bam, 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 bam.
Knock it out.
Exactly. Nothing but love for you, Cruz. Nothing but love for you, man. All right, guys, we got a couple small little bit of housekeeping things to touch on real quick before we get into Walt. One of the biggest things I really, really wanted to cover is right before I went live with this nice gentleman, I looked outside my window. I saw something that was freaking phenomenal. A cop had to show up to serve an eviction notice on the drug house, which, number one, is just great as it is. Okay, we're going to cut down the crime rate around here. But then he turned around and was interacting with the neighborhood kids playing soccer. I think stuff like that is what gets overlooked so much by all this defund the police and everything else movements. A little time like that where he took 20 minutes of his shift to help kids with soccer. I thought that was phenomenal. I really, really, truly did. But enough of my big head, my fat mouth talking. We're here to talk about Walt. So, Walt, brother, I know you've been around for a while. First, you started as Waltimus Prime. Now you're in your new incarnation of Gentleman Prime. I know you have a YouTube channel with like one video, but introduce yourself to the world, man.
What's going on, everyone? Walt, previously Gentleman, Waltimus Prime. Wanted to start a gentleman's grooming channel, but not just gentleman's grooming. I wanted to do minimalist stuff, guy stuff, just things that interest me. You know, let's make it real simple. Stuff that interests me. So I felt like Waltimus Prime didn't really sound like a channel that would be about guy stuff. So I went with Gentleman Prime. And there you go. Inspired by a lot of you guys.
Nick, I'm honest. So. Now, he touched on a couple things in the green room that shocked me. We're going to cover those tonight, all right? But I've been making Walt wait for a little bit. Guys, I got a brand new delivery today. First of all, it's a rosewood handle, and this is Roman inspired.
That's awesome.
First of all, look at that freaking pattern.
That is incredible.
Oh,
That is
I'm
awesome.
happy. I am happy.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
can't get that on Amazon.
I mean, just look at that thing.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly in my little meaty little hand there. It's got a good feel to it. Oh, hey Joe, how you doing, man?
What's up, Joe?
I see the squirrel god is here. But all right. So I know you have a huge conglomerate with the bearded regard. It is seriously like you are making the Justice League of the beard world. You have got some of the best people, well, except for Straza, you know, curled up with you there and doing some incredible stuff on Fridays with the regard. How did all that come to, you know, fruition?
It was Casey's idea. He wanted a community-based group, kind of like the reviewers table. Just some guys
That's damn live feed, period. Sorry. Little biased, but it's okay.
You know, hey, you guys rock, you know, and y'all inspired us. So Casey, and it was me, Casey, and a bearded beanie. And then we said, well, you know, let's get some of the best people in the community that are just, you know, just out there and just always contributing, always in people's live feeds, giving support. So we're like Chad Straza, Ron, deliberately bearded, you know, just Maverick Beard, you know, Neil, you know, just
Yeah.
Cheesehead Ryan, you know, just some of the awesome guys in this community. And it was a great experience. It helped me kind of learn about content creation and get my foot in the door.
Yeah, and
Yeah, okay.
I will say this, as much as I agree with Joe, and he's funny, watching you on The Regard, it seemed to get you out of your shell. You know, like when you watch the earlier episodes, it's like, hi, I'm Walt. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and now look at you. You've got your own channel going. You've got your intro video. You are a lot more confident back there. I think that's really cool. I'm still wondering how the fuck Straza got in there, but still.
You know,
I know he's your minority hire. He's a Canadian. I get it. I get it.
Tax write-off.
Exactly. I get it. All right. So, oh, Lord, how am I going to phrase this? All right. I know that you guys talk an awful lot about beard products and doing stuff, you know, out there on the channel. But how do you guys seem to like blend your style together? Because I really never see a lot of disagreements with you guys. It's not like you can bring up and go, hey, I love Chesapeake. And then all of a sudden I'm going to hear 8 people go, man, screw Chesapeake, screw Gary, screw this. You guys are like so in sync. It's really boy band bad.
we talk a lot. And on our IG chat, we talk a lot about, we kind of plan and think everything out. We talk about what we're going to bring up, what we're going to talk about. We're all on the kind of same page, but we still disagree. You know, Maverick Neil isn't a big fan of ostrich oil. So, you know, Black Rebel and Magic City might not be his thing, but yet Casey loves Magic City and ostrich oil. You know what I'm saying? So we do disagree on certain things, but the way we go about doing it is just a little bit different, where we just kind of, we brush over it and not make a big giant discussion out of it. You know, we try and keep any type of disagreements really off camera.
You see, I kind of like that because it's different, you know? And I get that not all carrier oils work for everyone and not everybody's products work for everybody. I've said it before and I'll be fully honest. I really wish the emu oil, or now the ostrich oil, whatever, Black Rebel, would work in my beard. At that quantity, it's not working. And I can't really get that full experience of that incredible company because, well, you know, some squirrel killing piece of crap who likes to talk out his ass, not mentioning any names, swears up and down by that company, how great it is, how awesome it is, how wonderful it is.
You know, I think it's an oil, you know, whether it's CBD or ostrich or emu or meadow foam seed oil, it's an oil, and each one has its own properties, and some work for some people, some work for don't work for some people. And I think, you know, you just got to find what works for you. Agreed.
I mean, seriously, like, it's no huge secret. I'm a huge backer of Ruddy Man, huge backer of Chesapeake, and Johnny Slicks. Now, I know at certain points, 2 of those owners have been really hated within the beard community. One still is, you know, not mentioning any names, Gary, but I still love you. You know, but it's like, I get where I have better successes with things than like you do. Now, let's get into another little burning question. How the hell did you get a turtle? That's so bad, bro.
So I was working at an insurance agency, and I sell different types of insurance. One of the types that we have is exotic animal insurance. This guy came in. He has tortoises. He had porcupine. He had all kinds of different animals. So he told me that he had some tortoises. I always was like interested in them. So I go there, and there's like 20 of them in a pen just crawling all on top of each other. And I was like, how much for one? He's like, $50. I was like, I'll take the one in the bottom. So he was the one I was getting walked all over. Nice. You know? So
sticking up for the little guy.
Yeah, right. I took Sheldon home. He was about the size of a Pop-Tart. I mean, literally, I could palm with one hand. And that was 2015. And now he's 60 pounds and just a little walking around terror in the backyard.
Dude, he's walking around your backyard going, you know, I'm going to outlive you, right? You know, you're going to be dead. This is going to be my house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm sorry, but exotic animal insurance in Florida, isn't that the damn state where that guy had like a dinosaur bird that killed him?
Yeah. There's always the Florida man. There's always the Florida man story.
Oh. That's a given, okay?
Yeah. He got bit by his pet alligator, or he got mauled by a Florida Panther. It's just always something going on.
Yeah, and then you got Dave down there in Florida. So yeah, that's insurance agency all its own for pure motivation, but still.
Oh man. Dave
And before anybody tries to start shit, Dave is my brother. I love him to death. Okay. Oh my god! Wow. Exotic insurance. Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean, I never sold much of it. That's as an agent, it wasn't very hard to get acquainted with different types of insurance, whether it's animal insurance or home insurance, motorcycle insurance, whatever it might be. And then
dude, I gotta have you on more. We have a Tevin sighting. Tevin,
he's awesome.
You have been missed.
Yeah, his videos are really great, especially when he gives Joe a hard time.
Well, not trying to call anybody out, but Tevin owns Joe. That's all I'm gonna say. Just
oh man.
Hey, Bearded Troy. Dagan, I saw you slipping in here too, brother.
What's up, Dagan?
All right, get that off the screen. There we go. All right. Now, I know you made mention that you want to bring a wide variety of stuff to your channel. Best advice I can give you, have consistent uploads, because when you start growing your community, and I think it's cool because if you go in different live feeds, you're going to see different people because they like gravitate towards that creator or they like what they're doing, and you're going to see it. You're going to have people showing up a lot. Hey, Mrs. Bluegrass, how are you? You're going to see it. So when you have a consistent upload schedule, I've always said content is the king. So make sure you're consistent. If it's 2 videos a week to start or just 1, run with it. Because at one point, I was only doing 2 videos a week. And then when I started doing more, I saw my subscriber level rise. But you made mention you want to bring Everyday Carry to your channel, which I think is phenomenal because, well, I'm a knife guy and like a gear geek. But what got you into doing Everyday Carry?
I've always liked, like we talked about, like the tactical type stuff, the bracelets, or a pin that can smash a windshield, or to get out or whatever. Just different things that you can use in emergency situations. I've always liked that stuff. I always thought that was such a really cool thing. Yep. Stuff like that. They're useful. I've always collected like little pocket knives and everything, even when I was a kid growing up in New Orleans. And it's just part of who I've become growing up. And I don't talk about it much, but I spent a lot of time out in the woods and in the swamps and just growing up outdoors. I did play some video games, but that was only for at night. If the sun was out, I was out. That was the rule. So yeah, I've always liked that type of stuff. So that I also do some woodworking, so that's also going to be involved in the channel. And of course, men's grooming products.
Nice. I mean, there's a lot more levels to Walt other than a really cool turtle.
Yeah.
Sheldon, how'd you get that name for it? I mean, that's just.
So Shell is in the name.
Okay.
And then I was a fan of Big Bang Theory, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. So
okay.
Those were like, I was like, we're gonna name him Sheldon.
I get it, but I swear to God, if that turtle's knocking on your back door, going Walt, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah, he's something else. He'll crawl on top of me if he thinks I have food. He likes fruit, so if he sees me with like something red, he thinks it's a strawberry or a watermelon. But his main diet is the grass outside, but he likes to get treats every now and then.
See, when I had a rabbit, and yes, guys, I had a rabbit for a while, all right? It was an indoor rabbit who thought it was human. It was really freaky watching her eat a strawberry because the red getting everywhere around her mouth, and I'm like, if someone sees a picture of that.
I think she's a cannibal.
Exactly,
Yeah.
But it's weird how pets can bring such an interesting aspect to your life. And like when they bond with you and connect with you, like seriously, when I was sleeping at night, my rabbit would sleep in bed next to me.
That's awesome.
Or she would take up because rabbits are really nocturnal. And like during the day, I was her protector. And at night, she would position herself somewhere to watch through the bedroom door to make sure nothing was going on. And it was just really weird because I'm sitting and thinking of a turtle crawling in your lap for a strawberry, and I'm like, I totally get it, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, whenever I get home and I'm in the backyard, he'll be on the other side of the pin. And then the pin's about 30 feet long, and he'll come as fast as he can, waddle his ass over to me and check me out to see if I'm going to bring him anything, you know?
Dad, I see you. Dad, hey, mouth over here. Dad, food.
Yeah.
I have kids like that. No, I don't keep them in pens, people. Okay.
Right.
The law won't let me do it. Oh. All right. So seeing how you're talking about knives and knives companies, do you have a favorite company? Like one you cut your teeth on that you've been loyal to, or?
No, not really. Really my most exposure to knives has been recently, and that's through your channel. I just started really watching your channel as far as knives, but everything that I've gotten so far have been like hand-me-downs from family or friends or whatnot, you know, not the best quality, I know. Yeah. But my next step is to definitely invest in a better knife, better pocket knife.
We might be able to hook you up with something. I know some people. I know some people and know some people and know some people. And not in the Joe way, but still, I know some people, all right?
Right.
Are you more into fixed blades or folders?
Folders.
Sweet.
Fixed blades are cool. I like fixed blades if I'm going out in the woods or if I'm around the house and doing something, that's cool. But you know, if I was to like go out in the public, I'd probably want a folded.
Now you see, like for you, I could see you really rocking some gentleman folders. And if you guys out there don't know what they are, they're basically little small folding blades that really don't look scary to people. You know, the normals aren't going to look at that and go, "Oh my God, he's got a knife!" Ah!
Yeah. Because I think the law in Florida is it can't be wider than your hand or something, so it can't be longer or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. So I'll have to be mindful of that when I'm looking for one. I'll have to read up on it.
Yeah, we could talk on that. Trust me, I can point you in some right direction for some really good stuff.
Awesome.
Worst blade I've ever used. Actually, Tevin, recently I did a review on it. It was by a company called Kanku. It was a direct clone ripoff of a Tops knife blade. And yeah, it just, no. It really couldn't sharpen. It really couldn't cut. It wasn't what the company advertised it to be. And while I get, if you can get a knockoff version, like some people don't like paying, I don't know, $12 for a 12-pack of Coca-Cola at their grocery store, and they'll go with that grocery store's after brand with blades. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I think my worst is probably one that I got for flea market, you know. Yeah.
You didn't say gas station. We're good. Tyson, how you doing, brother?
Tyson.
And hey, Jason Esser, how you doing, man? Yeah, gas station knives. Oh my God. All right. I love Johnny Grooms. He is my brother, and I saw him opening package with a gas station blade, and I'm like, Johnny, you are hurting my heart every single time I see that. You're killing a part of me. And he's like, if it bothers you that much, send me a blade. So I did. And now he's instantly in love with it, you know?
There you go. That worked.
I'm like, stop using that crap. You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah. That was like when J. Cruz using his teeth. And you're like, no.
That is the only short video I have ever made. I called it Calling Out J. Cruz.
Right.
He's like, I can't open the top. I'm like,
yeah. You have some of the funniest ones. That one and the one with Ken with the Twizzlers was another great one. I love that one.
Oh my God. See that one. Hey Bobby, how you doing, brother? That one was a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we just ran with it to have a little bit of fun.
Right.
You know, because sometimes that's the great part. Yeah, it's the great part about this community where you have a good relationship with somebody. Like Joe, all this crap he takes about squirrels. So when I sent him some beard products, I sent him 2 stuffed squirrels.
That was awesome.
I knew Sammy was going to take one. So I was like, you're going to open that box live. You're going to see the squirrels.
Oh, you know, Joe is awesome, man. He, you know, those are the right type of people for this community. You know, guys like Joe and Ken and Jay Cruz and you know,
Okay,
guys who
now you're
can have
reaching.
fun.
You mentioned Cruz. That's a hate word. Okay,
And, you know, just the guys that can have fun. You know, the guys that can razz each other, have a good time. You know.
And guys, I'm not starting shit with Cruz. I just love giving him crap. Okay, so anyone wants to go run tell tattle, go ahead. I bust Cruz's nuts, and he busts me for being old. I don't care. And seriously, Mel, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, Walt, man, when you're doing your lives and you have a guest on, you got to hope they can carry a conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes weird things happen. Ken bleaked out of his own live stream, and I was like, "Is he there? Is he there? Nope, Ken gone. All right, my show now."
And that's the test of a good guest, is if they can hold their own, even when the host might lose their connection, right?
Exactly. Bill, I swear to God, that paracord is coming to an end. If it doesn't, I'm just going to throw that frickin' roll out. I don't know what it is about that one, bro. Oh. And the worst part,
paracord can be fickle. Like I told you, I've made like bracelets and stuff with some paracord, and some of it's like, you know, you get you open it up and it has a lot of strands, those white strands, and it's really tough and durable, and then some are just garbage. You know, it just really depends.
well, true paracord has 7 internal strands.
Right.
You know, that's because the outer shell is rated at 250 pounds and each strand inside is rated at 50.
Right.
But I agree with that 100%, where you buy your paracord can determine things.
Mm-hmm.
But after doing subscription boxes for so long, I am now like, all right, give me that, pull the paracord out, wrap it up, cut it to lengths, and all right, let's go for the cut test.
Right.
And recently, when I'm doing the pull test, I'm like, just cut this son of a bitch. Come on.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I noticed that you've been struggling with that one. Are you almost done that roller now?
Very close. I think I've got like 12 pieces cut over there. And if I keep experiencing this, I'm just going to throw those out and go on to another pack, because I am seriously frightened. Number one, I'm going to have my fist come back so hard with a blade and stab myself, reviewing a video, which I'll leave it in there because that's me. I leave my screw ups in there. And that video will go viral with a reviewer stabbing himself.
Yes, that'll make great content.
You think? Ooh, we got a question for you from the audience.
Yes, I believe so. One day I will do definitely a video, and maybe I'll do a live feeding of for Sheldon. You know, give him some food. People can come on, watch him eat food, and answer some questions and whatnot. So that'd be cool.
Nice.
Good idea, Mel. Good idea.
All right. So I know you're bringing like your EDC stuff in, some other parts. What else you planning on bringing to your channel? Because you've got one video, just not to bust your stones, but one, and a huge opening to just go wherever you want to go.
Woodworking. I do a lot of woodworking on my free time. I do a lot of live edge stuff. Mess with epoxy. You ever see like a lot of those colored epoxy pours? I've done stuff like that. Make my own live edge slabs. I also do some dining tables and some end tables, things like that. Really, I love doing that stuff, but I'd really like to do stuff to where someone can see it and be like, oh, I can do that. So kind of like a DIY, you know, woodworking, maybe some decorative stuff, things like that.
See, after watching paracord videos and other like knife sharpening and knife creation videos, you can tell who's got it down pat, because they make something super complicated look like it's at the kindergarten level.
Yeah.
And that's not an insult to anyone. If you can bring it down that far with something complex and complicated, it's a beautiful thing, you know, because you make someone want to get up and go, I can do that.
Those paracord bracelets can get super intricate too. Super intricate, you know?
Yes. When you're working with 12 strands and you have to over and under and loop it.
Yeah.
I'll just stick with Cobras. I'm good.
Yep, there you go.
You know? Yeah, and Bobby, those are freaking amazing. Or like when I've seen people do it with gunpowder where they light it and, you know, it goes all over and does the pattern. Oh, those are great.
Yeah, I think called Lynchburg fissures.
And yeah, I love your tutorials. And honestly, it's because of people like Eric and another channel I found that's out of Florida. I just heard a crash. Hold on. brand new fucking headphones, $100 headphones from my 6-year-old. 30 minutes out of the package. What'd she do? She drops them on the floor.
Oh man. Oh.
But like I say, so I found a channel out of Florida, and that's why I started making mead. I went, it can't be that simple. It is. You know, it really, really is. And those videos are coming, guys. They're coming.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. And up here with the state of Washington, I now have what's called a home brewer's license. I can make 20 gallons a year. Yeah, I can make 20 gallons a year to give away. I can't charge. I can give them away, but I found a loophole. If you want to contribute to the shipping and handling, here's my PayPal.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, and Mel, I so agree. It's like I love watching him on there. I love his interactions with people. I love when he gets into things off of his channel and just how genuine he is. You know, it's... Oh, I'm thinking how to phrase this. With all the BS that's been floating around recently, people like Walt are really rare and really cool. You know, he is what you see. I honestly believe if I ever cross this guy, he may smile at me on screen, but when we get off, he's going to be like, look, motherfucker, you know?
No.
I know people with gators. They won't find you.
You know, thank you very much, Mel. You and Ken are amazing people and really, really, how do I put the words? You're what the community is supposed to be. You know, people like Ken and Mel are what the community is supposed to be. But I just, you know, I'm 37. I've had my own problems, had my own ups and downs, and I'm grateful and happy to be here. And I'm grateful for the friends that I've made in this community. So why would I be negative, you know, and try and cut people down and make other people miserable? That's just going to make me more miserable, you know? So I'm going to stay positive, try and keep doing my thing and try and, you know, and support people, and maybe I'll help be positive and affect other people in this community, you know?
Jason, anywhere between 13 and 16%. Yeah. I started one that's based off an apple cider. I'm going to add fruit to it later. Yeah, I went downstairs this morning. I'm like, oh, fuck, I can smell that already. Damn.
Awesome.
So that's
the one with the pepper sounds good too.
Say again?
The one with the pepper? Didn't you say you have one that's
yeah, ghost pepper.
Awesome.
Oh, yes, that one. Yeah, one of my favorites. But all right, I know we've danced around a couple things tonight, like BS in the community. So how do you, as a young content creator, and the regard hasn't been around that long, so I don't feel I'm insulting you by calling you a young content creator. No. How do you stay away from that with your group? How do you guys handle that, you know?
I kind of pay attention to the people who in the community that I kind of look up to in a way. You know, there's some great people in this community that I have no problem saying I look up to them and kind of admire what they do. And then, you know, I see them set the tone. You know, they set the tone, and I can make my own way, but at least I have an idea of who the good people are in this community. And if I see someone who is, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Let's put it very clearly, you know, and you can get a read on someone, even if they're not directly saying something negative, but they're hinting at certain things. There's something more going on. So I might distance myself from those types of people. But
I get that.
Yeah, you know, so that's how I kind of steer the waters.
Because, I mean, I know for me, I've put myself in situations that if I thought it through a little better, I probably wouldn't have been there. You know, but
hey, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you live, you learn, and you move forward. Mm-hmm. You know, I am tired of hearing about divides. I'm tired of hearing about groups. I'm tired of hearing about sides. Because I think Gary Lewis said it best. And if I remember right, it was him. You can look at the beard community like a food court in a mall.
Yep.
Just because you don't want to go to Sbarro or Panda Express doesn't mean you need to throw hate at people in McDonald's.
Right. Agreed.
There is so much room on YouTube for everybody to succeed. You make your own way.
Yep.
You know, I will be honest, I never thought when I started I'd go over 100 subscribers ever. And now I'm looking at hitting 5,000 by hopefully the end of the year if I can figure out what the F is going on, because somehow I've lost 8 in the last 4 days.
Sometimes it has to do with bots. Sometimes it has to do with people canceling their profiles or deleting their profiles on YouTube. You know, things like that happen. But you know what?
Good.
Their loss. It's their loss, Chris, because you bring something to the community, and there's no way around that. You bring something positive to this community. You have people commenting and looking for your Tuesday night show. They're looking for your reviews. You bring something that people want. So those 8 people are just missing out. I feel bad for them.
Well, I will tell you truthfully, I know who 4 of them are, and it's directly tied to a recent life vlog. And I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm sure all of you know which one I'm talking about, but still. And hey, Eric, that is awesome. Hey, guys, everyone who's watching this right now, if you're not subscribed, number 1, to Gentleman Prime, please do. All right? He's a good guy. He deserves your support. I think I was number 22. You know, and Sober Chef Eric is amazing.
Yes.
All right. You want a guy with a story. You want a guy who's lived through things. You want a guy who has served millionaires and brewed alcohol with some of the top people on the planet. I still hate you for 3 of those, Eric, but you're my brother and I love you. Yeah, go subscribe to him. Seriously. And the other one you really want to check out, this dude right here, Dagan.
Dagan's fantastic.
I swear to God, I'm going to put a $500 bounty on anybody who can prove his upper lip moves when he talks. That's all I'm saying.
That mustache is fantastic. That mustache has its own zip code. It's fantastic.
This is how much I love Dagan. All right. I keep making fun of him about being a Muppet. So he did a TikTok thing about that old Muppet thing with that phenomena. And he's there. He's like, "This is for you, TCTBNL." I'm like, "Oh my God, I love you."
That's awesome. That's good when you have people that can roll with it and joke around and have a great time. It's important.
100% agree, Mel. I seriously do. All right, so let's put you on the spot for a moment, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be your first men's grooming review?
Well, it's a men's product. It's the Grip 6 belt. And it's a minimalist belt, super lightweight, something that you would use every day. Been using it for about a year. And I'll just give you a little peek. It's a 2-part piece. It's just a buckle and a strap. Very, very easy. And that'll be coming out on Saturday.
Nah, you heard it here, guys. Saturday. His first not like, "Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm great. You want to subscribe to me? I'm wonderful." And we all do it. And guys, I'm just picking on Walt because he's a good guy. All right. Well, I know you can, but there's some people out here who are going to take a screenshot of that and be like, "Look, he's disrespecting his guests." And oh my God, look at this guy. Wow.
Oh, those people, we feel sorry for those people, because they don't have nothing better to do.
I call them my fan club.
Right. Yeah.
Seriously. Like today, I'm catching heat from a video I did 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I did it seriously on a clone blade I found on Amazon. I was looking for D2 steel blades, and this one popped up for $20. I'm like, there is no way. No way. So I ordered it, got it in, did the review on it, got a lot of hate, had a subscriber get a hold of me and goes, "Hey, I work in a metal shop. Send it to me. We're going to run a material test on it. We're going to get scientific proof of what it is."
That's awesome.
Even did the follow-up video. I've still got the data in that drawer that's like right there. Even posted the data and people were like, "Nope, nope, nope. You're lying. Nope, nope, nope." I'm like,
you could pick up that person, fly them down to the world's best scientist in metal, and prove on every single level that you're correct, and they're still going to say no, because those are just the type of people that are out there, and
yeah. And Dagan's got a great question. Are you going to have a schedule as you go, or are you just going to maybe I'll do a video this week, maybe I won't?
No, I'm going to try and do one every Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, just Saturdays, kick one out, so I mean, I'm gonna review. I'm not review. I'm gonna record during the week, and then Saturday mornings I'll just do my finishing touches, and then send it on its way.
Nice. I will say this: those tags are going to be very, very important.
I'm reading that.
500 characters. Use all of them.
Yeah.
And the best thing I can tell you, brother, look at it as if you're searching for a video on YouTube. What would you put in to find it?
Right.
And after you put the company, you put, the title thing in there, you talk about belt this, belt that, belt review, belt whatever, start just filtering down from there and you'll get it, but use all 500 characters.
So gentleman grooming, just gentleman products, gentleman belts,
Yeah, because here's a great example. When I reviewed this, the Gerber Sedulo, Gerber review, Gerber Legendary Knives, Gerber Legendary Knives review, Gerber knife, Gerber blade, Gerber knife review, Gerber blade review, Gerber folding knife, Gerber pocket knife, Gerber Sedulo review. Everyday carry, EDC,
So pretty much any type of possible search for that knife will then populate that.
Yes.
Right.
And I will tell you honestly, once you do a lot of EDC stuff, you're going to get your hashtags down. Things like prepped, prepared, survive, survival, just things like that. And you can easily take up 200 to 300 characters just with your normal stuff. But everything you're looking for, make sure you put it in those tags.
Okay. Seriously. That's good to know. That's helpful.
Yeah, use all 500. Use them. Yeah. And yet, Western Ram has great thing. People do misspell, so some things misspell. Because there's going to be some things that are going to screw up, misspell them. That'll help you search that. The other thing that I do, go to Google, put in your item, scroll all the way to the bottom. Google will give you what people is looking for. Just start copying and pasting, copying and paste.
Okay. That works. I like that. That's good information. I'm gonna have to write that down after we get off of this because I'm trying to kind of come up with like a format to where everything when I'm doing, I'm very much into like formats and kind of having a recipe. So, when I start uploading my video, I want to, the different things that I need to do.
Yeah.
Make sure I check all the boxes.
God, we all do it. We're all so guilty of it. Don't worry about likes, dislikes, watch time, views. Not in the beginning. Just don't.
Yeah.
Because you're building your brand, you're building your channel, and seriously, your tribe will come. It really, really will. And be this guy I'm talking to in your reviews. Because my biggest problem when I first started, I just got out of the military. And when you learn how to brief in the military, it comes across. Like the first review I ever did was a book. I'm like, I am Chris. I am the president and CEO of the company to be named later. Today, we are going to take a look at this book by this author. It will cost you this much. It has this many pages. Oh, look, there's pictures.
Wasn't feeling it, huh?
I thought I was onto something, dude. But the best advice I ever got, somebody went, look, we like your reviews, but we'd like to see more of you.
Right.
And the next video I did was a knife review, and I got a little crazy in it, and they're like, bingo.
There you go. Now, your communication skills are very, very important, and especially in something like this, and everybody's got their own style. You got your own style. Ken has his own style. Dan C. Everybody kind of has their vibe in their video.
Yep.
And be able to communicate that properly is super important.
Well, your style will come. I've said it before. When I started doing beard product reviews, I stole from Dan, I stole from Mo the Bearded Shark, and I stole from Beard Times with Scott. I took things they were doing that I liked, and I made them my own. But I liked those properties of them, and I went, okay, I'm going to work this in here somehow. And don't be afraid to experiment with openings. Don't be afraid to experiment with closings. At one point, I had like, all right, here's my little opening. Tater, we're going to take a look at this. A little bit of music, company logo comes up, title screen comes up, fades into the video. People are like, we don't want that, just that 45 seconds. Get rid of it. And Mel, I know It's so easier said than done. Oh, yeah. It's very hard not to, but it can also drag you down. You know, I know, God, how can I put it? During COVID, when nobody had anything to watch or go, and all the news was if you step outside today and you're not in a hazmat suit, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You know, people were flocking to YouTube, and everybody's numbers went huge, and we got spoiled by that. So now when I release a video and I see 50 views, I'm like, what did I do wrong? You know, it's like, it's a good review, but and when you're just starting, yeah, it's really, really hard.
So that's why I think I'm really trying to find, not that there's anything wrong with the beer community. Beer community is amazing, but I'd like to get some people outside of the beer community. So some of the stuff that I'm gonna, like Grip 6 wallet, you might, or Grip 6 belt, you might see that, anybody might see that scrolling through Instagram, or some type of guy's, soap scrubber or Duke Cannon or whatever it might be. If I can bring those guys in and then also maybe include and introduce them to some beer content, and some other stuff, and bring them into the community, that'll be great. So I don't want to rely on just the beer community in order to grow my channel. I want to try and really, just make my content, enjoy it, and hope that I can grow my channel and not have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny what could catch on, and it's funny what might go viral. One of my most successful videos is a cleaver by Gerber. I never thought that would get 22,000 views.
That's fantastic. But
I released the video 3 days after the item was released. So sometimes if you can get ahead of the curve, you're golden, And that's a great thing, Mel, because it's summer and people taking vacations and everything. Great point.
Yeah, I think Ken might have said that during summertime it slows down a little bit. So
yeah. But like I said, I miss those COVID glory days. Everything was huge. Everyone was watching. You were, if you're monetized, you're like, yeah.
Right.
Whew. All right. Now let's flip to something that I talk about an awful lot here on my channel, and that's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, hey, stranger. How you doing, Ken? Huh? You done being featured on that other channel? Huh? Got your moment of glory? Huh? And guys, I love Ken. He's a brother. I got to bust his stones every so often because he busts mine too. So, all right, mental health is huge. Now I know you live in Florida, and by God, anyone just go Google 525-21 Florida man, you're going to see something moronic. All right.
Yeah.
See, there he goes.
Oh. There's a running joke where to find out who your Florida man is you type in a Florida man and your date your date. So it might, like me, it's November 4th. So I'll type in Florida man 11/4, and you'll just see all the Florida mans from 11/4. And then you just pick your favorite one.
Do you ever get worried? Because, you're sitting in the land of crazy, all right? It should be, bikinis and sunscreen and parties, but you're like, dude, why are you trying to molest that alligator?
Yeah. It's wild. I work in home insurance claims for now, and some of the claims that you see filed for people in Florida is just insane. Just crazy stuff that you would never expect people to try and do, so.
But how do you stay grounded? Because like I was joking about earlier, if you turn on the news, all right,
mm-hmm.
Death, destruction, mayhem, oh my God, you have to wear 8 masks. That's great. You got vaccinated, but now you have to do this, oh my God, the stock market's this, you got bills that, oh my God, we're going to take money from here. It's like, which way do you go, But how does Walt keep himself grounded and mentally intact?
Family's important. So I try not to overexpose myself to the news. I try and stay up to date on the relevant information, but not to get drowned in it. And then I think also I grew up in the 80s, and New Orleans, Louisiana, rural Louisiana, southeastern Louisiana, and our mindsets were just a little bit different there than here.
Cajun country.
Yep. Yep. My family, my mom's side is full on Cajun, just way back, you know, many years.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how I stay grounded. Is I surround myself with the right people too. Talk to guys like Ken and I know Jay Cruz, of course. You know, me and him talk all the time. Chad Straza.
That's two.
Yeah.
Keep mentioning Cruz, I swear.
Chad Straza, he cracks me up, but you know, me and him talk a lot, and you know, talk to the Regard boys a lot. So, you know, getting a chance to talk to them as well really helps keep me down.
I get that, because I think one of the greatest things anybody successful will ever tell you, you have to have that one friend who's going to pull you aside and go, dude, you suck.
Yeah.
You know, not everything you do is going to be great. And I've heard it done a couple different ways. Like I think it was Marcus Aurelius, or even Caesar had a slave on his chariot who would just simply go, you're just a man. You're not a god.
Right.
Just to keep him grounded. I think one of the greatest things as well, because we are kind of public figures in a weird kind of way when we're putting ourselves out on the internet and going, hi, this is what I think, is having those friends and having your back who are not afraid to say, get your game right, boy. What a,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, so I don't talk about it too much, but publicly, but you know, before COVID hit, I was with my girlfriend for over 2 years, and I thought this was, you know, I don't look it, but I'm 37, so I was like, I'm in my late 30s, you know,
25. No offense.
I know I get it a lot. So I'm in my late 30s. We've been together for 2 years. You know, we get in a house. We got her house, and I was helping her fix it up, and we were putting a lot of money into it, and it all kind of crumbled. And then COVID hit. So not only was I trapped inside my house, COVID hit, but I also lost my longtime girlfriend. So I was pretty depressed and down for a while. You know, one of my friends said, you know, like, do you realize how lucky you are that you didn't marry this girl and then end up in that situation? Do you realize how lucky you are? You got a job and you're employed and you can go out and meet new girls. Do you realize how lucky, you know, and he just went down the list. And every time he told me, you realize how lucky you are, and gave me another reason, it helped me bring everything back into perspective. And that's the type of friend I needed, you know.
We all need people like that. I mean, we really, really do.
Yeah. So, and then I found this community, and I'm even more lucky. You know, I got some great friends here, and you know, even if my beard hair was to fall out, I still know that some of these guys would still be my friends no matter what, you know.
See, I'm privileged because some of my screw-ups within this community have been very, very public, and they're still talking to me. You know, they're like, in the beginning, they're like, dude, you're a dumb fuck. What the hell did you do that for? I'm like, I don't know. I had no good answer. And it took a little time, but I had people helping me build back up. I had people assuring me, hey, it's going to be okay. You know, just don't do that. You know, and it's so cool to hear someone tell you that. And what's really sad is my better half, I almost didn't date her because of the ex right before her. And it's so much weird to think what I might have missed on if I hadn't taken that chance.
Right.
You know, so I get that, and I'm glad that things are looking up for you and things are going well for you. But, you know, for those of you coming in late, I got a little toy today. Look at that pattern on there.
That's awesome.
Roman inspired.
You know, a true test of a true friend is ones that have forgiveness in their heart. You can mess up, but your real friends and the real good people can forgive. They can talk to you about it, hash it out, forgive. Doesn't mean you have to forget, but they can forgive, you know, and give you another chance. And you know, and that's when someone says there is no forgiveness in my heart, I'm not forgiving that person. That person will never be my real friend, because you have to have the ability to be able to forgive and care. And, now I understand some things, you get burned and burned and burned again. Probably going to be hard for you to forgive and forget on something like that. But, people make mistakes, so you might have made a mistake. Might have made a mistake, but there's guys out there that are going to forgive us. And those people that forgive us for our mistakes are real friends.
Yeah. And I think that also ties in with stuff with mental health, like we're talking, like the support network. Just having that group that you can go to and you can feel safe and secure enough to sit and go, hey guys, look, I've got this going on and I need some advice.
Yep.
Now, if they're your true friends, they're going to make fun of you, they're going to bust your balls, and they're going to give you that advice you're going to need.
Right.
Bearded Life, he is my brother. And my relationship with him started with me picking on him in his videos. I love Joe. When he first started and he was losing his place, he would say something like, just something along those lines. And all right, your next video, I'm going to play a drinking game. Every time you say, I'm going to take a shot. So how did him and his brother come out in their next video? They addressed my comment and for a minute and a half went, And that's how my relationship with him started.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was funny as hell, And I'm like, that's a brother. That's a brother right there. Someone who can take that and turn it around. Things like with Ken, the whole Twizzler thing, It's just, you can have that kind of fun, and those people are going to help lift you up. Now, see, we're talking about lamos from Canada, and look what happened.
Yeah. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Exactly. Now, Chad, I'm going to tell you, there's no bullying in here tonight. None. We have a zero tolerance policy, Chad. Zero. Canadians.
Oh, he's great. I can't wait to do some more content with him. When I first started getting into the community, and I met Chad on a live stream with Vinny P and Dave Beard Motivation. And then I got a chance to start talking to Chad about wrestling, because I grew up, I was a fan of wrestling. I grew up in the golden age of wrestling, in my opinion, was the 80s. 80s and 90s was the golden age of wrestling, in my opinion. From NWO and
Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era, Ultimate Warrior, and Bushwhackers, and just craziness, Yeah.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah. And just craziness, man. And so we got to connecting over that. Then all of a sudden I realized, oh, this guy's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So me and him started riffing and just coming up with jokes and stuff. And then we realized, I was like, all right, we need to have him on our guard. He's a shoo-in for sure. So.
And I mean, hold on. Like, right.
The rest is history.
Right back there is the replica Stone Cold Steve Austin belt. I will be doing a review on that soon. But
That's awesome.
Yeah, if Chad's not giving me a hard time, I'm a little worried, okay? I think I may have pissed him off, but,
No.
I love Chad.
He's one of the easiest guys I've ever met before in my life.
Yeah, but that's what's so weird about this community, okay? Sometimes you stumble into weird things. Like, I first got into this community when Bearded Motivation was going to barber college.
A long time ago.
I first heard about him with the live stream release on Dan C's channel of The Barber, and then they had the after party over on Dave's channel. And I was watching everyone like, Dave, we love you. Dave, this is awesome. Dave, this is great. Dave, this is wonderful. So I had to go over there and go, dude, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but with everyone giving you all this love, you got to be somebody cool. Now subscribing, now following.
And he does my hair. He cuts my hair. He does a hell of a job too. And I know he's moving up north, and I'm gonna be bummed. One, because he's my friend, and I like living 10 minutes away from him. But now, I'm losing my barber.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Dave and I even have a running joke. Like, when Dave had his Godzilla days, and I made a anti-Dave video, and I entitled it WTF Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm making a t-shirt with that. I'm like, where's mine? I gave you the idea. I want mine.
Right.
So every so often, I'm like, still waiting, still waiting.
Yeah. We all have our hills and valleys in life, and redemption is possible, if you make a mistake or if you don't think you made a mistake, but and you stick to your guns, people can also respect that too, so I think I stand by guys like that, guys can say, hey, maybe I might have done this the wrong way, but
Yes.
I'm moving forward, and to me, no, I'm trying to be better, and I'm trying to make this community better. I cannot do nothing but respect that person, because they they recognize what they do. You don't want to be a bull in a china shop, of course.
I blame you, Walt. You said it twice. Look what
Yeah.
happened. Look what happened.
That's my brother.
Hey, Kurt,
man.
how you doing, bro? And Jay, I got to give you credit, man. That was a great live earlier tonight. The way you built up Ken, you actually made him seem like a real content creator. That takes work, brother. So now I got to come subscribe to you, okay?
Yeah, he's awesome. Wholesome guy. You know where you stand with that guy, and he only wants what's best for everybody. I've never heard him say something like, negative towards another person, where he's never wished ill will on anybody.
Chad, you know how like you say Candyman in the mirror 3 times and appears? He kept saying Cruz. Blame Walt.
Yeah. Sorry, man. That's like what you say leather 3 times and Ken will show up.
Exactly. Or Ken makes a purchase somewhere online, Oh my God. That's what killed me. Like for Bluegrass Trails, I think Tyson said publicly he had to go through 12 or 13 different leather scents to get it right. My first part was I didn't know there was that many leather scents out there.
Yeah, they want to play on Russian leather. I didn't even know that was something.
Yeah. See, there you go. Now Ken's
however, Bluegrass Trails is fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And see, that's even part of the running joke, like with Ken. When I told him I got it, and he's like, do you like it? I'm like, yeah, I got to kind of admit I do. And he goes, do you hate Twizzlers now? I'm like, nice try. Dude.
That's where you draw the line.
Dude, Ken doesn't know. I'm going to send his daughter like this huge care package of Twizzlers. And I didn't forget about Mel. She likes the ones that pull apart. Got to take care of the Cookie Queen.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're going to talk about one more thing, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up because I need to go spend some parental time with my children. I can't even believe it's been an hour because it's just so much fun having you here. So you are coming back this season, especially when you start making more videos and we do knife talks and do other weird stuff because I have some of those planned.
Yeah.
I have got
I'd like to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I've got some veteran knife designers, and not just veteran knife designers. There are veterans, knife designers from CRKT's Forged in War series coming to the channel, and one that's coming back. So we're going to get you included in some of that.
That'd be great. I'm down.
Yeah. Now, I love how you're uplifting for people, and I love how you've created this great spot with the regard. One of the challenges I throw out to an awful lot of people is I want them to contact 3 people during a week. 3 people you usually don't talk to, and just see how they're doing. A simple question. Hey, man, I know we haven't talked about, things. How's it going? Do you, in your personal life, I know we all get wrapped up, but it's like, have you ever made those calls and been like, hey, dude, I'm a moron. How's it going?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Especially when I see someone post something saying that they're not feeling the best, or they got something going on with their family. I can't just stay by and just say nothing. I got to reach out to them and talk to them and see if there's anything I can do, or someone might just pop up in my mind. Sometimes I'll be driving and I'll be thinking about my buddy Emil in Louisiana, and I'll just call him up or send him a text. Hey man, hope everything's good. How you doing, buddy? So I don't do it 3 times a week. That is a good idea to try and do something like that. But I do it in my own way. But I think 3 times a week is a really good goal. I need to try and start doing that. I actually know it. I need to start doing that. I'm going to start doing that. I don't like to say I try, but I'm going to.
Well, and that's one of the things that I explain to my kids, and this is how I've always viewed it. Whenever I go, I try. I tell my kids, try is French for I failed.
Right.
Because either you're going to do it or you're not. But as long as you got off your butt and got in the game and started moving forward, that's all that counts.
Yep.
Hey, G-Lou.
Yeah. I got to say, I will do it. You know, you got to say you will do something, and that's when you get it done.
Yeah, and Tyson, I know I'm lame next to my guest, but I don't care. It's so much fun having him here, you know?
Chris, you're awesome, man. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. We ain't done yet because we got a couple more we want to go through.
Okay.
No French. The only French you ever got to learn is I surrender and I try, but still. Now, I know with the world opening back up and everything is getting back to normal, I have this really bad vision of what's going to happen in Florida, because I think the Florida men and Florida women, can't forget about them because they do some crazy stuff down there too, are going to be going insane. I don't want to see you on America's Most Wanted. Okay.
No promises.
I'll
try not to.
I swear I don't want to see you on like Girls Gone Wild on spring break with you dancing on top of the bar, but like, hell yeah. You know?
Oh man.
And Gary, that would not be you. I love your brother, but that would not be you. Whew. All right, guys. We're at that point where I know I got to go hang out with the kids and do some fun stuff. But we got a couple things that we usually do right here at the end. Now, I talked about it earlier, and I talked about the challenge that I put out. I think it's very important to say it again. Mental health, there should be no stigma around it. We should be able to talk with an open conversation like I had with Walt tonight. I learned a lot about him tonight. He was very open. He was very honest about some things. And it was really cool to hear it and just interact, you know? Connect with people. Because sometimes people are fighting battles you don't know. And just a simple, hey, man, how you doing? Can change everything. You know? I love my kids. I know when they're struggling, so I try to get them to talk. I don't force them to. But sometimes just knowing that I'm there can help change. It's like, Walt, when you're having a bad day, you come home and you see Sheldon like, hey, Dad. It can change your whole outlook, you know? Just someone's so happy to hear you. Andrew, how you doing, brother? Of course, he comes in as we're wrapping things up, but still. It can change everything. So, guys, reach out to people. Open your heart a little bit more. And I'm not talking about, okay, to have someone plunge a dagger into it, but be a little bit more accepting of some people out there, because you can change so much just by doing something so simple as maybe listening or just going, hey, I forgive you for being a dumbass a decade ago. Now, I always do this, Walt. You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, you know, redemption's possible. You know, if you've made a mistake in life and you truly want to be better, then be better, and eventually people will come around. You know, you don't realize, but a lot of people have forgiveness in their heart. So you just gotta just be better. I think suck less. You know, that's something we should all try and do. You know,
Exactly.
But, you know, so that's about it. You know, just always trying to be better.
Sweet. And I'm going to give two company owners who are in here tonight a little bit of free publicity. Guys, if you haven't tried Copper John's beard soaps, go get it. My review's coming on the one I got from him, the oats and honey one. It's freaking phenomenal. And Chesapeake just released their brand new beard conditioner today. I've heard Gary talking that it blows Ultra out of the water. Ultra was phenomenal. So if this beats Ultra, you might want to go get it and use yourself an affiliate code of LIFE10. Save yourself 10%. Joe needs all the help and love he can get, so let's help a brother out, you know? Now, Walt, you said you've got a video coming up on Saturday, but anything you might want to say you've got coming up? Like, who's your guest on the Regard? What's going on?
We have Jay Cruz this Friday on the Regard. It's gonna be
That's 3. He's going to come back again. That's
I know. And then, just I'm looking forward to making content and just have fun in the community like I've been doing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, guys, I'm dropping a beard product review. It's a big box store product that I saw for clearance, and I went, how bad could that be? Friday, I'm probably going to have a blade review. I know, big shock, but still. And somewhere in there, I'm going to wrap up another interesting life step-parent thing. My Blanco arrived yesterday. I liked it before when it was a very limited release. I'm curious how the CBD is really going to change that. But I am wearing Cheery tonight, and I really like it. So,
Chris, just want to say thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. It's been great interacting with you, and I look forward to talking to you more.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was a pleasure. We are going to have you back. But, guys, we are at that point where I have to go disarm some children because I hear the Nerf guns now. So, yeah, this is our family bonding thing. We shoot each other with high pellet rounds. But, guys, I just want to thank all of you for everything. Next week, I've got an amazing guest. He had to cancel on me once before. He's agreed to come on, and it's going to be someone you're going to be shocked to see on my channel. That's about all I'm going to give you. So we're going to shut her down here. We're going to hit that little outro. And, guys, we'll see you in our very next video. Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest tonight, if we had one, and yes, I'm pre-recording this, or that you might have enjoyed an open mic night or whatever the heck just happened. We're going to try to do these every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever you guys are in between and around the world. Next week, we should have another amazing guest or something really cool for you to watch. Thanks so much for watching all this stuff, guys, and we'll see you in our next one.